¡Hey! Muy buenas, gente. Vamos a seguir. Estamos en la misión esta de asuntos familiares, que ya habíamos cogido al feto ese, al malogrado, como se llame. Y bueno, el tío nos pidió que no lo matáramos, que ya había sufrido bastante, pues eso, no se mató, lo trajimos hasta aquí escoltado. Nos fueron saliendo algún que otro espíritu y bueno, no problema. Entonces ya le puse un nombre, hicimos el ritual y lo enterramos aquí. Y ya pues eso, ahora invoca la doméstica en el lugar donde está enterrado el malogrado. Así que bueno, vamos a esperar. Medianoche.
By blood's power I summon you. With your name I beseech you. Hear my call and arise, Dea. Lead me to those bound to you by blood.
Ah. Ey, ey. Vas muy rápido, niño. Coño.
Oi lads, fancy an outing to find that she-bee? Bring the Smiths, lads. Get two, one.
A ver, espera. Ah, no. Me ha hecho la cobra. Cabrón, pensaba que iba a tirar para la izquierda. Venga, ahora sí, más rápido. Buah, 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 buah. Sigue la doméstica. Ah, que no me joda que van hasta aquí. Bueno, supongo que me llevará a algún pueblo que esté cerca, no sé.
Got their asses whipped like you know the
Got eyes like a cat.
You surprised?
You catch mine.
They tried to dance with a witcher.
No. Joder, que no apartéis, coño. Al final lo pierdo. Ah, no, se ha parado. Oh, guay. Molas, tío, me molas. ¿Por qué se para? Ah. Esta casa me suena. A ver. ¿Qué haces? Ah.
Sure wasn't lavender they kept in there. Might be worth looking around, though.
A ver, espera. Este sentido de brujo. Vale, pero lo que quiero, a ver, vamos a ver, que piense. Es que esto me suena a mí otra cosa y no quiero meterle la pata. A ver, ¿dónde estamos? No, creo que era esta. Esta no, vale. Bueno, entonces seguimos explorando alrededor del taller. Vale, aquí vemos la mancha de sangre. O bueno, rostros. Esto es un caballo ahí. A ver. Coño, examina, tío, examina.
Horseshoe. No way a pitch burner could afford a horse. A bracelet. One of them must have dropped it.
Vale. A ver, aquí.
Clothing. They change in here. Both were here. I'm going the right way.
Bien. Creo que tengo que volver a seguirla.
Wants to show me something more.
Sí. A ver, la cámara así. Que me equivoco con el botón. ¿Qué coño? Demonio podrido. ¿Qué hacéis, hostias? Explotará, no sé. Vale. A ver si está aquí. No, no está. A ver. Joder, macho.
Necrophages had a field day. Here, take a closer look.
Vete.
Should examine that horse carcass.
Ah, examina los caballos. Vale.
What do we have here?
Sí, empezamos por siempre.
Bones have been here a while.
Bueno, ahora.
Chewed on the saddle. Necrophages will eat anything these days. Giant claws. Wasn't a necrophage made these marks. Horseshoes missing. Is this the animal that lost one in the smokehouse? Head torn clear off. Takes incredible strength.
Bueno, pues veamos.
Must have been attacked by a powerful beast. Surprised him. Hope they got away.
Vale, sigue
Trail
la
goes
lástima, ¿no?
on. Good thing it doesn't end here. Looks like rain.
A ver si puedo meterme en meditación. No, personaje no. Meditación. No me va a dejar. Ah, pues sí.
Come on.
¿Qué pasa? Si lo he hecho, ¿no? Ahora, ¿por qué no? Venga ya, tío. ¿Por qué entra en combate? Joder. A ver. Meditación. ¿Así se puede? En fin. Aquí no va a recordar esto el mapa andando. Madre mía. Aquí.
A fisherman's hut. Seems she wants me to take a closer look.
Busca la cabaña del pescador. Coño, qué susto. Pensaba que no iba a haber nadie. Bueno, a ver lo que nos cuenta.
Who's that? The room. Go on now.
What you seek here, sir? Our hut's out of the way. Woeful. We has nothing. We knows nothing.
Just need information. Looking for 2 women. The Bloody Baron's wife and daughter.
Not a soul have been here, sir.
Sure? Not even passing through? Daughter's medium height, about 20. Her mother's thin, about 40. Seen them?
That sir came at night, right, Mummy? Quiet, boy.
I want to help that woman. She could be in danger.
Young and seen no one, my lord. He's a kiddie. Must have dreamt it.
I want to hear this dream then. So, kid, who did you see? Who came here?
Pappy brought her at night. The lady does the medicines. She was all afeared. Talked about an awful monster. Said she had to go back. Dunno where to. Mummy and Pappy cheered her up. Gave her clothes. Hers were ragged.
Where'd the girl go? Your son said enough. No point in playing dumb anymore.
Sorry, sir, but you don't look like one of her father's men.
Because I'm not. I'm looking for Tamara and her mother. I need to know if they're alive and safe.
Tamara is, hi. She's to my brother's place in Oxenford. But Mrs. Anna, that's another tale.
Though anywhere's better than to Crow's Perch with a baron.
Why?
'Cause he beat her, sir. Beat Mrs. Anna, I means. Everyone knew, but not a one lifted a finger for to stop it.
What happened to Tamara's mother?
'Twere like this. I was awaiting in the old smokehouse with horses. Cold as hell and so dark, couldn't see past 2 ells in front of you. Moon had risen high, and still they hadn't come. Began to fear some demon had snatched them. But finally they came forth, and we sets off towards the river. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a gale arose. Thought it'd tear my head off. And those damn birds, swarms of them coursing o'er the woods, raising a racket to make your ears bleed. Mrs. Anna screamed, bent over into herself. Tamara knelt down, gripped her arms. 'Twere then I saw it. Fiery marks on her hands.
Why help them at all? You risked a lot.
I'd a debt. Owed Miss Tamara. 3 moons passed, a fever gripped my boy. We thought he was done for. Tamara learnt it. Brought food and salves. We're poorer than dirt itself. She saved my boy. No 2 ways about it. Me, myself, I'd have never dared to help. But my missus told me a time of war and contempt's come. A time of folk gone wrong. We needs to repay good with good. Who stands by idly does evil as if.
Married a wise woman.
Crying shame we couldn't save Mrs. Anna in the end.
Fine. What happened next?
Grew even darker. Seemed someone had put out the stars. Crickets all went silent of a sudden. And then, from the woods, a roar. Broke out in a cold sweat, and before I could catch my breath, a beast jumped out of the woods, big as a barn, with horns and 2 burning coals for eyes. I thought I was done for. Beast attacked Mrs. Anna's horse, ripped its head off, carried her off into the woods. Our horses, mine and Miss Tamara's, got spooked and tore off willy-nilly. 'Twere the only reason we escaped.
The miss wanted to go back for her mother, but my wife pleaded, said she'd die out there alone. Miss Tamara agreed not to go.
What marks?
They's, well, like burned on with hot iron. On the palms, inside.
Burned? Like a cattle brand?
Aye, though these wasn't black scars scabbed over. They's hot and glowing, as if they burned with raw fire.
Thanks for your help.
The lady. She'll be all right in the end, won't she?
I'll do what I can to see that she is.
Vale. A ver, tenemos asuntos familiares. Habla con el varón sobre su familia. Encuentra a Tamara, la hija del varón, en Oser. ¿Qué hago primero? Bueno, primero tendré que hablar con el varón, supongo. Ah.
So here our paths diverge. Thank you, Dea. Go in peace.
Bien. A ver, tenemos mapa de mundo. Vale, nos marca. Esto es el varón y me estaba marcando por aquí. No. Aquí. ¿Esto qué es? Asuntos familiares. Allí tenemos que ir. Eso es... A ver... Ah, no pone el nombre. Bueno, supongo que será eso. Aquí será el varón. Y ya no hay nada más. ¡Ja! Pues, coño, ¿tanto hemos andado? O sea, tampoco hemos andado. Pues me ha dado mucha vuelta. Bueno, no, ya sé. Hayamos hecho aquí y luego hemos hecho todo esto. Vale, pues tenemos que regresar aquí. Así que vamos. Ahí estás.
Go, go.
Go, go. Claro, que nos contó el caballo. Claro, vale, vale. Es lo que habíamos visto antes como pista aquí. Esa. Eh, 172. Bien. Vamos bien. Ya queda poco. Esta es una de las misiones más largas que he tenido que hacer. La del varón. Pero gusta. Están bastante bien y bueno, lo que pasa es que también tienen muchas cinemáticas, mucho texto y eso pues nos conlleva más tiempo. A ver si no me caigo por acá. Yo creo que no te puedes caer. Está siempre el caballo muy bien al límite, no te deja. Pero si vas solo sí. Bien, esta puerta ya está abierta. Se la dejáis así siempre, hostias. Bueno, que tenemos el inventario. Tenemos cositas para vender. No.
Let's go.
Vale.
Remember me?
Stable hand pulled you out of the fire.
We'll never forget that. Here.
Yeah, es verdad. No me acordaba de eso. Que no nos habían dado nada. A ver.
Witcher, a word, please.
¿Y este?
Believe we've not had the pleasure. They call me the Sergeant. Left over from my army days, you understand. When me and Philip, meaning the Baron, served under a Temerian banner, wanted to ask you about something.
What is it?
That night when the Baron ordered everyone to lock their doors, stay inside, what did you and the Baron do?
Gotta ask the Baron about that. Speaking of which, know where he is?
Garden. Spends a lot of time sitting there of late.
Drunk.
No. Don't drink, don't eat. Just sits.
Se le dijo que no bebiera. Bueno, que se mantuviese... ¡Ey! Espérate. Mira, una lámpara de esta de invocación de Blue Boar. Black Bomb. Bueno, vamos.
There you are.
See the hollyhock there? The violet blooms. Brought the plants here from Nazaire. Anna had read some story. Insisted on having them. Spent hours tending to them, trimming, pruning. She was so content at that. And them, the frilly ones, called birds of paradise in Zerrikania. But Tamara called them dragons of paradise. She adored them. Damn shame I'll never learn which blooms would please Dea most. Though it's good to know her spirit's free.
Got some information about your family.
You've learned something? Well, let's go inside. It's a bit chilly out.
Any news for me?
Your daughter's in Oxenfurt.
What the blazes? She all right? In good health? Safe? Why haven't you brought her back?
Never offered to do that.
How do you know she's safe? You see her at least?
No, but I talked to the man who helped her escape and then took her in. Tamara is safe and sound. From what I gathered, she has no desire to see you again, no intention to return.
I shan't trust some peasant dolt. I shan't trust whoever it is helped her. I need to know for certain she's safe. Go to her. You must be sure. See her yourself. I shan't believe anyone else.
That much I can do.
I'm grateful. Take this. Call it enticement. And this might prove useful.
What is it?
A letter of safe conduct. Ever since the Redanians took hold of the Pontard Delta, they made it damned hard to get to Novigrad without one. Very well. You were to find them both. What of Anna? Learned anything?
Nothing yet, but I'm on her trail.
Well, what are you waiting for?
For you to tell me about Ciri, like we agreed.
Fine. A word once given. When Ciri was on the mend, we took her out on a hunt. Thought a bit of galloping would warm up her limbs, gone stiff from so much bed rest. That lass of yours, pure luck in the flesh. To hunt down a wild boar that size, why, worthy of one of King Foltest's feasts, were he still among the living. Ciri, come! Our haunt should be yours as I see it.
Oh, you done well, lass.
Not bad. Not bad at all. But who goes boar hunting with a sword?
No bow at hand, no spear. My sword was all I had.
Well, you brandished it beautifully. Where'd they teach you that, anyway?
A little here, a little there.
Not surprising, given you wander the world alone.
Not alone no more. She's in the company now.
That's right. You're a member of the company. We're drinking together, killed a wild boar as a pack, you might say. But we've no notion how you arrived here. A woman in a man's garb, razor on her back. Who exactly are you? You a mercenary?
Let's say I go about my business. And when there's coin to be earned, I don't readily turn it down.
I've always held, with the world how it is today, lasses ought to know how to fend for themselves.
All right, all right. A woman could swing a sword. I've knowed one. But never seen a lady mount anything but a cock proper. All tipsy on horseback. Nothing strange on account they bloody mount them sideways.
Perhaps you'd care to wager?
Think you can outrun me on an horse? Naturally. What's the stake?
Black mare. The one in the stable.
Oh, that won't do it all.
Well, that's an awfully gloomy face. Too much of a coward to race a woman.
The horse is mine.
To race the Baron himself. I'd consider it an honour.
Oh, that'd be a sight to behold.
Would it ever?
Done. But if I win, I take your sword.
Agreed.
I'd not drink any more this night. You'll want your head about you. We start at daybreak.
Supongo que será nuestra primera carrera de caballo la que tendremos que hacer ahora. Nos enseñarán a ver. Norte de Temeria, amanecer. Supongo que si contra el varón será algo fácil.
The day dawns.
Ready?
As ever. First one to the tower.
Man chop!
Bueno, pero vamos a manejar a Ciri, supongo, ¿no? Sí.
Come on, Ciri, don't you embarrass us.
2 y 3, vamos.
Your sword is mine!
That'll be the day.
Kick it!
Me sigue muy de cerca.
Show how it's done.
Want that horse, don't ya?
Had one just like it.
Vale, ya hemos llegado. He ganado, creo, ¿no? Que no sé si se pasa por la meta o no, no me he dado cuenta.
You're wind, not woman. Worthy of the best horse. The mare is yours.
Thank you.
What?
Another chance to win.
Ah, vale, esto ya no nos dejan jugarlo. Esto ya supongo que ya nos pasa otra vez con la conversación de Gerald. Y a ver lo que nos cuenta otra vez. Tampoco nos está dando muchas pistas para ver dónde ha ido o qué ha hecho. Más bien se empieza a contarnos la historia de cuando estuvo allí y tal. Y de lo que hizo, lo que dejó de hacer. Pero bueno.
She screamed like a mad woman. In an instant, all had forgotten the wager. Every man ran to save his skin, even were it to break his neck.
And they make it?
Some, aye. Others were not so fortunate. But what happened then? I must say, Witcher, seen a lot, but nothing like this. Never.
Uh-oh. I know that look.
You're a fast learner. You'll know the rest once you find my wife.
Working on it.
And making piss-poor progress.
They split up. Hadn't considered that possibility before. But don't worry. I'll find Anna too. How'd you wind up here? Just curious.
It's no secret. I was a Temerian soldier. My unit smashed at the war's start. Soon after, we lost hope of regrouping, driving the foe back. Those who remained wandered north. Others, deserters or merely broken men, joined us. We were a snowball rolling down a slope. By the time we reached Crow's Perch, I commanded a sizable force.
Just march into the fortress, make yourselves at home?
With Nilfgaard advancing, the local lord had fled, abandoned the Perch. Once this war's over and Nilfgaard's victorious, the Black Ones will grant me a title. All talk of a self-proclaimed baron will cease.
Can't help wondering why you made a deal with the Nilfgaardians.
What could I do? Cast myself at them and die a hero? Fuck a hero's death. Fuck death.
Rather live as a traitor.
Ere long, none will remember it. Temeria is no more. There's naught left to betray.
The local Nilfgaardian garrison doesn't look that strong.
What of it? Even were I to attack, cut them down to a man, others will come soon. Black Ones will flood this land, take control before long. Sure as we've all got arseholes, they will.
Heard anything about there being witches in Velen?
I pay no heed to peasant babbling. Common folk see witches, wizardry, devils, and who knows what the fuck else every which way they turn.
So long.
Vale. Encuentra a Tamara, la hija del varón. Investiga todas las pistas que quedan en Belén y encuentra a la mujer del varón. Bien. Dios, te quiero reventar la cabeza.
Grey boy.
Bueno, primero vamos a localizar a la chiquilla. No, 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 que me caigo de la pupita. Me ha cruzado. En el capítulo me pasó esto. Pero bueno, no hay nada que no arregle una meditación. Vamos a ver, vamos a ver. ¿Qué pasa?
Wait, Witcher! When you find my daughter, will you give her this?
A rag doll?
Uh-huh.
This be the witchman, the freak of nature. Pick more interesting things from my nose.
Vale. Bueno, ahora vamos a coger... vale, aquí no está el caballo ahora. Vale, ya aparece aquí detrás.
Our men were royal. Wanted to chase him off. Sadly, that lot outnumbered them. They found him.
Bien. Tenemos que coger el punto de ruta ese de viaje. La salida... Aquí. Vale, ahí está. Pam, 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 pam. Y era aquí arriba. Aquí. Pam, 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 pam. Este me pilla mejor, creo. Está más recto. Aquí no sé si esto lo grabé o no. Yo para mí que no, que cuando estaba explorando el mapa y quería coger todos los contratos y tal, y aquí no me dejaban entrar. Me decían que necesitaba una invitación o algo así. No recuerdo bien. Creo que era esto. Bueno, a ver, mapa. ¿Y el caballo se lo he llamado?
You won't be as cocky as far as man with your arse.
Sí, es por aquí. De todas formas, esto creo que no se puede hacer con el caballo. Creo que me tenía que bajar, pero bueno. Lo poco que pueda coger, vamos a hacerlo. Sí, esto era. De hecho, saqué captura de pantalla en Twitter y la puse. Está bastante guapa. De noche.
That's it, Roach.
Prohibido el paso. Pues ya no. Tengo el papel ese que me da el varón.
You need to present a pass if you want to cross.
This what you mean?
Let me look at that.
Zas. La puta caray.
Missing a seal, the red one.
Impossible.
Department of Civil Defence forgot again. They're really off their heads these days. Happens, so be it. You may come through.
Pues se capullo el varón de los cojones, tío.
Come through.
Misión actualizada, no pasarás. Misión cumplida, no pasarás. Bien, yo creo que aquí no puedo hacer eso. No puedo correr a toda hostia. No me deja. Como mucho el trote. Creo que lo mejor cuando entras a un mapa en The Witcher, pasa que no tengo tampoco que aquí hay uno, aquí hay dos, pero en vez de hacer lo que yo he estado haciendo anteriormente, que no lo está grabando porque era muy pesado y tal. Bueno, pesado no, simplemente que no tenía mucha complicación, era acercarse a las interrogaciones estas y bueno, y matar algo o buscar algo, no tenía mucha complejidad. Pero ¿qué pasa? Que me he dado cuenta que según conforme avanzamos la historia, lo vamos básicamente... ¿Y esto por qué sale aquí? Si lo he cogido, en fin. Va saliendo caminos, con las rutas, con misiones, con los contratos, y conforme vamos avanzando podemos ir haciéndolas. O sea que podemos seguir avanzando así, mejor.
Move it.
Ahí tenemos un nuevo indicador. Vale, tenemos que ir por aquí. No me deja acelerar. Claro, como no es normal. ¡Ey! ¡Ey, ey, 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 ey! Ya sabéis lo que quiero hacer. Sí. Barbero. Por fin encontré uno.
Greetings, master. What can I do for you?
Got a razor and shears? Good. Make me look decent.
A ver, quiero cortarme el pelo, quiero arreglarme la barba. A ver, con la barba, ¿qué hacemos? Ah, no me sale bigote y mosca. Patilla bien larga, perilla poblada y bigote corto. Barba entera, pero corta. A ver, ay, ¿de qué gastas coronas? Eso no me gusta. No sé cómo voy a quedar. Me gustaría tener alguna vista previa, hubiese sido algo más sensato. Bueno, quiero cortarme el pelo. Todo rapado. No. Largo y suelto. Suelto, no muy largo. Rapado por los lados, corto para... Elfo rebelde. ¿Cómo será esto? No me gusta. Recogido suelto, atado a la cabeza. Este es el que teníamos. Tapado, o sea, todo rapado, largo y suelto. A ver cómo quedaría. Pues mola. Vamos a llevarlo un tiempo así.
So long.
Sí, vamos a llevarlo un tiempo así. Luego ya dejaremos otra vez la barba como antes. Me gusta más la barba como la tenía antes. Pero bueno, por campear un poco. Sigamos. Aquí no puede... Ah, vale, sí, lo de correr. Vale, aquí están los contratos. Vale, ahí está el tablón de anuncios. Vamos a engancharlo ya que estamos aquí.
Go.
Toca sin descubrir. Nueva misión.
Come on, Roach.
To me!
Ahí dentro. Aquí hay mercader. ¿Y por qué no me sale? Vale, porque no ¿Este? Sí. A ver qué tienes.
Let me see. Might pick something.
Nada que me interese. Esto que como piedra. Tercera señal. Está fuera. Adiós. Y tenemos que entrar. A ver cómo se me ha puesto el mapa ahora con los nuevos contratos. Vale, sale aquí arriba. Lugar sin descubrir. Vale. A ver, ¿dónde estamos? Aquí. En teoría es aquí. Se supone que tendré que entrar por el otro lado. Sí.
I'm looking for Tamara, the Bloody Baron's daughter. Your brother said I'd find her here.
Wojtek send you, sir.
How else would I know she was here?
Wait a moment. I'll fetch her straight away.
You're looking for me, and who might you be? My father send you?
Yeah, to see if you're still alive. And well. I'm Geralt of Rivia.
I'm quite alive and extraordinarily well, Geralt of Rivia. Better than I've ever been in this rotten life of mine, and now that you've seen me, I bid you farewell.
Wait.
We've nothing more to talk about.
Your father's a vile man. You're angry and bitter. Can't blame you.
Why do you help him then? Why did you take this job?
Because he knows something about someone dear to me. Promised to tell me if I found you and your mother.
Got it. A bit of blackmail. Just his style. Well, now you've found me, you can tell him I'm alive and I'm never coming back.
Wojtek claims your mother had strange marks on her hands, and that a monster dragged her into the woods. That true?
We were riding towards the river. Suddenly, Mum cried out, bent over, almost fell off her horse. I rode up to her and saw something strange. Her hands were on fire. And then that creature leapt from the woods. I don't know what it was, but it roared so fierce my nose bled. I saw it topple trees. I've never been so scared in my life. And that thing grabbed my mum and disappeared into the woods. I wanted to turn back, go after them, but the horses panicked. Now I don't even know if she's alive.
Before I agreed to look for you, your father told me his version of events. Tell me yours.
Mine? It's dull as life amidst the swamps. My earliest memories are of a drunken father lying under the stairs, caked in mud and clutching a bottle. Next dozen years, pretty much the same. Father would drink, disappear for days, then come home in a rage and send furniture flying. Thank the gods for war. I was glad every time they sent him off. And the quarrels. I remember him screaming at Mum, the thuds as he beat her, then her sobbing. I'd hide under my bed and long for silence. That's the long and short of it. Multiply by 19 and there you have my life. Finally we'd had enough, Mum and me. He crossed the line and we fled.
I don't mean to pry, but I know your mother had a miscarriage.
His doing? He shoved her, she fell, that's how it started. We were alone, no one to help, blood everywhere. Worst night of my life.
Sorry. Must have been hard for you both.
Mum was in shock. She was raving that it was better this way, that she never wanted the child. Must have had a fever. She was losing blood the whole time.
She didn't want the child?
Said she'd sooner cut open her gut than bear another child from his seed.
What will you do now?
Find my mum.
You realize that might not be that easy.
Don't worry, I'm not daft enough to believe I can do it alone. I've got some new friends now. Powerful friends. They'll help me.
What about your father?
Who? Oh, him. I don't care. I won't go back to him. That bit of my life? Forgotten it already.
Who are these friends, if it's not a secret?
No secret. Heard of the Church of the Eternal Fire? A priest helped me contact the Redanian witch hunters. Righteous, brave men. They'll help me.
Hence the candlesticks in your room. So you believe in the eternal fire?
Once the heat of the fire has set your heart aflame, it gives you strength and leads you down the path of truth for the rest of your life. I hope it'll bless you with its warmth one day.
Thanks. Thing is, fire's tricky. It's easy to get burned.
Well, well. A witcher. Never thought the Baron would stoop to hiring a monster slayer. Though I hear you're good at tracking things down.
Glad you know who I am. Haven't introduced yourself, though.
Graden, witch hunter in the service of His Royal Majesty Radovid of Redania. I'm certain you've heard of us.
Rings a bell.
If the bloody Baron sent you to fetch his daughter, you'd best face it. You will fail in your task.
I appreciate your concern, but I don't need it. As for Tamara, she can make her own decisions.
Noble of you. A killer for hire abandoning his bounty for the good of another. The hunters and the Church of the Eternal Fire thank you. So the Baron hired a witcher to find his daughter. Interesting.
Where are you gonna take her?
Tamara must rest. She's had a harrowing experience. When the warmth of the eternal fire has restored her strength, we shall see about finding her mother.
Before you go, your father asked me to give you this.
Clara? Father told you to give me Clara. Funny how he thought to buy me back with a memory. Tell him one gesture could never make up for a ruined childhood. So long, Witcher. In spite of all, I'm grateful you gave me a choice. Didn't force me to go back to the tyrant.
Hope you know what you're getting yourself into. So long, and good luck.
Vale. Pues habla con el varón sobre Tamara. Tamara Stringer. ¿Qué tenemos aquí? Por ahí nada. Vámonos. Esto sí.
Redania.
Nada. Bueno, a ver, mapa de mundo. Tenemos que ir aquí para ir a allí de nuevo. Caballito, aquí. Bueno, pues ya sabemos, aquí tenemos el barbero y podemos venir a cambiarnos de look cuando cargamos. Además tenemos también un viaje rápido y está aquí, pues mira, está desde aquí, pues está unos cuantos pasos. Es aquí. Está cerquita. Bien. Aquí. El artesano pueden quitar runas y mejorar de los objetos. Ok. Ataca al adversario para ganar adrenalina. Fabuloso. Habla con el varón sobre Tamara. El caballo. No sale. No viene, tío. Aquí. Hop.
Let's go.
Mira, por aquí sí puedo correr a toda hostia. Da. Deja paso. Deja paso al brujo. Está aquí otra vez, ¿no? Ah, ahora no. Ahora no. Entonces entramos por ahí. Y hacia la izquierda. Allí. Bien. Varón. Vale, me tengo que acercar más.
I'm listening.
Te escucho.
What do you come to me with?
Gave Tamara your gift.
How'd she react?
Probably not like you'd have wanted. She threw the doll away.
Threw it away? Oh, gods, I hoped, despite all... Oh. Well, what of Anna?
Still don't know anything specific, but I'm on her trail.
Well, will you stand there like a knob? Find her!
So long.
Vale, investiga todas las pistas que quedan en Belén y encuentra a la mujer del varón. Vamos a ver. Mapa de mundo. ¿Dónde hay más pistas? A ver, por aquí no. Tío, pues no veo... No veo más pistas por aquí. A ver, misiones... No, ya está. Investiga todas las pistas que quedan en Belén y encuentra a la mujer del varón. Vale, a ver si el varón... A ver la puerta... Está... El jugador, todo esto ya se ha hecho. Invoca, y aquí dama, lee la dama del bosque. Vale, eso que tenemos que ver en un libro, alguna nota que tengo. Visita Ciri en su casa. Ah, bueno, estoy en novigrado. O sea que aquí nos quedan estas dos. Y bueno, luego ya las secundarias. Vale. Y los contratos. Busca de tesoro. Contrato de brujo. Bien. Pues lo vamos a ir dejando aquí para no alargar mucho el vídeo, y el siguiente pues seguiremos con los asuntos familiares, que es de la misión más larga que nos estamos enfrentando. Y bueno, ya llevamos casi... con el siguiente vídeo vamos a hacer 3 vídeos ya de esta cadena de misiones que empezamos con el varón. Así que bueno, gente, espero que haya gustado y un placer como siempre. Hasta luego.